So, Reverend John,
Yes, sir.
so the first item on the agenda is a request for a letter of no objection for Mr. Jose Polanco for JK's Redemption Center located at 329 Bryan Avenue. That's in the back of the peninsula. And Mr. Jose Polanco is on the line with us.
Hey, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Polanco.
Hey, my name is Jose Polanco. I'm here with my partner. Also, he's my boss, Rafael. Hello?
Yes, we're listening to you.
Okay. I've been working for Rafael for 4 years now in 2364 Washington Avenue, Bronx, New York. I'm the manager at the location. Rafael has given me opportunity to grow and have my own business. So in January, Rafael told me to start looking for empty space around the Bronx. Needs to be an M zone. It's very hard to find a location for this type of business. So it took me some time to find. So I found the perfect yard located at Hunts Point, 329 Bryan Avenue. It's the yard is 5,000 square feet, and the landlord is willing to work with me. But for me to move forward with this business, I need the community board's approval so I could be able to send a non-objection letter to DEC for me to be able to get the license.
Mr. Polanco, can you tell us what you're trying to do at the location, please?
I'm trying to open a redemption center. Let me tell you a little more about the recycling business. Every day, even in the Midwest, a global pandemic, men and women known as canners spend hours traveling city streets for empty bottles and cans. Many bring their containers to redemption center where they could sell their wares for 5 cents a piece in return. Redemption Center Redemption Center sells recyclables at a profit to beverages distribution companies, which most purchase them under local laws like New York bottle bills. What motivates these workers? These workers' canners are motivated by primarily for the profit they make from bottles and cans redemption. Also by the work condition like self-employed. Many supermarkets around the area, um, they have machines, but they only take like 240 bottles and cans. That's the limit. That's like $12 a day. If I'm allowed to start this business in your community, canners will be able to redeem as many cans and plastic they will bring to my business per day. Canners will choose to come to me because there's no limit to the amount of waste, and they can redeem unlike using them supermarket's machine, which has a limit of 240 cans per redemption. My business will only not be contribute to a better planet, but it will also create jobs for people in need that impacted by the pandemic. So I'm trying to open like a redemption center for like cans and bottles. That's like I'm gonna be purchasing them from people like from canners that they collect them, and I'm gonna be buying them for 5 cents each. Also, we have I'm trying to like get jobs for like I'm trying to like work with 5 people from the community. I have 2 box trucks already that we bought like a few months back that I'm trying to put in there to work so we could pick up in other locations.
Quick question, please. Have you done a business plan that shows that there's a need for that kind of business in the community?
Yes.
Would you like to share that with us?
He actually submitted some papers to the board. Rose has them, but there's
That's some.
Yeah, it's a security plan. Not
Yeah, I'm gonna have security at the location so I could be so they could like nobody could be there like around like so nobody could be outside just hanging out. Like everybody just gonna go inside the location and I'm gonna do business with them, like buy the cans, count them each, and then they're gonna have them like move them away. And I send a exterminator too. That's gonna go weekly. I already have the contract with exterminator. That they're gonna go weekly to the location to make sure everything is clean, no rats or no nothing.
Yeah, I was asking if you've done a business plan, if you have anything that proves that there's a need for this kind of business in the community at this point.
Yes, because the recycling business is growing as time goes by. And we're willing to open up the location on Bryan Avenue, give job opportunities to the people in the community, expand, employ more people from the community.
Okay. Anybody has any comments or question for Mr. Polanco?
Well, I don't have a question, but Reverend John, as of right now, there's no quorum here. The only thing I can suggest is that you do have the second vice chair, Larry, on. Larry's an executive officer. You guys would need to like take a consensus, and if you want to get to executive, if not, you're gonna have to wait to next month or Barbara jumps on. But because he needs a letter to send to the, I think it's Consumer Affairs, that we're not objecting to him having a business here. But we cannot conduct business if there's no quorum.
Okay, I was just asking if there is anybody that has any question for Mr. Polanco, or if anybody has anything to say about that.
I would like to say, so I have my hand raised. Nobody noticed that, I guess. I would like to say that I think Mr. Polanco is doing a necessary need in our community. If you walk around the street, you see bottles all over the places, cans over the places, and to get these individuals to be able to take it to his location and get more than $12, because they have like 3, 4, 5 tons of cans in these large bags and these carriages that they push them in, and that would stop these people also from committing most of those petty crimes that they do because they don't have enough money to survive. I think it's a good idea. I think something that would probably be welcome in our community, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be going to his place of business to conduct business with the cans and the bottles.
Thank you, Larry.
You're welcome.
Larry, now you raise your hand. So before your camera's off, now you unraise it, but now you raise it.
Okay, let me try it one time. Is it off?
There you go. It's off now, sir. You got it.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, though.
I have Barbara on the phone, so I guess we're gonna have to do it this way. Okay. Never mind, we don't have her on the phone.
We can't hear you.
I'm very sorry. I said I thought Maggie was going to say something.
Me, I didn't have my hand raised.
Okay.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman.
Hi, Crespo.
How we're doing?
Great.
Okay.
Yes, so we are on item number 1. The request for a letter of objection from Mr. Jose Polanco.
Non-objection.
Oh, not well. It says no objection.
Yes.
For Mr. Jose Polanco for JK Redemption Center, located at 329 Bryan Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10474. They want to set up a bottle can redemption or plastic redemption center. So we've had few comments, and we were still deliberating on it.
We don't have quorum, is the issue.
I thought Barbara is online.
I had her on the phone and she said she wants to try to do it on the computer again. I don't know.
Okay.
Is there any other item that needs to be addressed before she can get on that you can address without a vote?
No, everything has to be voted on.
Oh, okay.
Well, we may go to maybe all business, and I want to raise an issue about the Exito
La finca.
La Tinta on is it 160 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have received a lot of I've noticed a lot of activities going on at that establishment. I forwarded some flyers, flyers of events that has been posted and displayed. I know that they have been hosting a lot of events, and I did call the district manager to find out if he's aware of those events that are taking place at Exit 2 and the ones that are coming. And I would like us to find out from the police precinct what is happening, because the residents in that neighborhood are really complaining that there's so much people coming into the neighborhood, so much activities going on, and I'm not pretty sure that this is what we signed for. We didn't ask them to have a club, but it seems to me that Exito,
Barbara's on.
yeah, it seems to me that that establishment has once again become a club, a nightclub. We were told it's going to be a restaurant, but it's a nightclub that is hosting so many events.
Reverend,
Yes.
I was just talking with Ralph about it yesterday and again this morning. What we are going to do and have you also involved, we're going to set up a meeting with the owner. It'll probably be a virtual because we can't meet at the office. Set up a meeting with the owner and yourself, myself, and Ralph, and maybe the 401 precinct, and inform him that at this point right now, he is getting close to violating his license because of the stipulations we have put on. The fact that it had a history of what you just finished mentioning plays into the role of the meeting, and we're going to tell him he's got to stop it, and if not, we will then go to the state liquor authority and ask that his license be removed. Um, I know that um, the 4-1, we're asking the 4-1. I think Ralph, right after you sent the email to Ralph and you sent it, and Ralph sent it to me, or you sent it to me. Ralph got on the phone, called the captain, and they were supposed to look into it and see what was going on. I don't know if they did. Um, However, um, we will be addressing this very shortly, probably in the next week or so, to discuss this with the owner, and I would hope that you make yourself available so like that he can understand that the board is not playing around.
Since we have the captain with us, is it possible for us to hear from them? Did they apply for the permit, or what really happened? Were they aware of what is
They,
going on
they
in the establishment?
from what we heard, they were not aware of it. They did not inform the 4-1. They didn't inform the board. And so, and as you know, in the stipulations, both notifications need to be made um, for us to. If we have an objection, we can always work it out with them and tell them why. But it's my understanding that neither entity, not the board nor nor the precinct, was informed.
And from the flyers that I sent to the manager, district manager, there are many other events that have been lined up. I do not think that this is a meeting that should take so long to take place.
No,
But in the meantime, what can the police precinct do? Because the flyers are out already.
well, we will be going. We will be asking the 4-1 to give it a little bit more attention and get and find out what's happening. Um, Naturally, if they what's going to end up happening, I could tell you, they're going to end up getting a visit from the 4-1, and then they're going to be told you haven't notified anybody, and then after that, they're going to be complying with the notification. That's why I want to do it without them being notified of the of the violation, because we can then catch them, and then the 4-1 can catch them, write some violations, um, and then have them go to the state liquor authority before we do this. But we will do what we got to do. That's beyond, that's beyond the statement. We will be doing what we have to do to make sure that we inform the state liquor authority, um, as well as the 4-1, to make sure they comply.
Captain Shubin has his hand raised, Mr. Chair. So.
Thank you. Captain?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, District Manager. Cynthia,
How
good
are
evening.
you?
Great to see you. Thank you for your concern about this location. We will visit them ASAP. I'm consulting Claravel about what she thinks is the best day to pay the visit, and so no earlier than Thursday, we think. So we'll visit them Thursday, and we'll also review the stipulations that you have set, and we'll take a look.
You see my name?
What we see when we go in there, to see if they are abiding by those stipulations, not only the usual admin codes that we would look to enforce, but also we'll take a look for ourselves to see if they're abiding by those stipulations. So we'll look to get a copy of those, an updated copy of those from you before Thursday.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, so Reverend John, the moment you told me this was Sunday evening, I sent the email out, and then you sent me the flyers. So I spoke, like Bobby and I speak daily. So I informed Bobby, and I just spoke with the police department today about it. So thank you for bringing that to our attention. And then we'll do the course of action with NYPD, and I think what Chairman Crespo was suggesting. But I think I agree with you that we should address this immediately. And Maggie has her hand raised now.
I just want to know what is Finca Éxito? A restaurant, a club, a get together? What do they represent? Because during the day they closed, and he said he was going to be a so-called full day restaurant. I don't see a restaurant.
Well, that's what we got to investigate. Are they serving food? Are they not serving food? What are their days, the hours of operation? I don't know. I don't have the stipulation in front of me, and I don't think Cynthia has it either. But I do know they did give us hours of stipulations. From my understanding, it's supposed to be a restaurant, and if they're not operating as a restaurant and they're operating as a nightclub, then we will close them down.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You have Love. Love has her hand raised also now.
Hello. Hi, Mr. Chairman. Hi, Bobby. Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
how are you?
Bobby, question. I agree with you. Shut them down. Shut them down.
I mean, we got to give them their due process. This way that we're not on the wrong side of the law. But with the help of the captain, and I know that Sergeant Guglielmo and the other officers from the 4-1, once they're being told by the captain that they are to give it special attention, they will, and if anything, I'm not doing anything during the day. I need to go out, and now that they're opening up places, I want to go out and see this place.
Let me know. I'll join you.
Barry has his hand raised, Mr. Chair.
I'm sorry. Hold on a minute, please.
Oh, Love. I'm sorry, Love. I thought you.
Love didn't finish yet.
Yeah,
Hi,
I'm sorry,
my
Love.
captain. How are you?
Hello, my love. Okay, and you?
Okay. The captain at Victorville said hello, Captain.
Oh, great.
I had a meeting with them over here already. Okay, guys. Bye. I'll talk to you later.
Yes, Larry.
Bobby, my belief that the owner of La Finca never had intentions of having a family-oriented restaurant. As soon as we gave him his permit, he had his crew out there. They was hanging out in front. They was partying across the street. They had partings. This is basically doing what they want to do in our community. And I hope you guys can catch them in the wrong so that we can shut them down ASAP. Thank you.
Larry, if you had noticed that they were doing this, and I'm not, a picture or two of them doing this goes a lot farther away than us just saying this is happening, because once we have pictures of the owner and we have pictures of patrons from La Finca hanging out outside, and we have these pictures, that's what we can then hit them with at the state liquor authority. So what I would say to both Maggie, you, and anybody else that's on the air right now, on this call and on this meeting, anybody sees anything happening at La Finca, take one or two pictures. You don't have to sit there and be like a reporter. Take one or two pictures and keep walking, and then send it to me, to Ralph, to the captain, to community affairs. And this way we have something. You know that old saying, a picture says 1,000 words. So if we get these pictures, then that says a whole lot more than us just sending letters to the state liquor authority.
I got you.
Thank
We'll
you.
do.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I know that last month I did raise the issue of the lighting in that restaurant. If you go in there, even when they say they're operating, the place is so dark. I did raise that issue. And not only that, the event that took place on June the 6th, it was a major event. The number of people that are coming into that place and the neighborhood far exceeds their occupancy.
Yeah, well, again,
And
if we can get one or two pictures from everybody that goes by there and sees what's going on. And by the way, I drove by there Sunday because something told me to go by there Sunday. I saw the doors closed. It was about 3:00 because I was checking on, because I had just come back from Georgia. So I checked on that. I checked on the precinct. I spoke to the captain. I checked on the precinct. There's a few spots that I wanted to check when I was driving home. I saw the doors closed. I says, it was weird, but I said, it's Sunday, probably, they're not open just yet. And it was at 3:00 in the afternoon. So I know I have my concerns, and what I would say, if there's people hanging out in front of the location, pictures says 1,000 words. I mean, I know that Maggie and Larry, you and a few other people that are on here, love everybody. We constantly driving by through there. I don't constantly drive through there, but I know all of you because all of you are in that area. So if you see something, take one or two pictures. You don't have to stand there like a reporter and take all kinds of different pictures and let them see that you're taking pictures. Just take one or two pictures and keep walking, and then forward it to Ralph, forward it to me, to the captain, to Claribel in the 4-1, and then and then we can then say, listen, you're not complying. Here's the pictures, and we're gonna and then forward it to the state liquor authority.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also would like to say that, in as much as it's good for us to take pictures, it's a little bit difficult and complicated. I know of some of the board members that have passed through there, and they themselves take pictures of our board members, threatening them.
No, but that's why I'm saying you don't.
So
You gotta be a little bit. Like I've taken
yes,
pictures of Bill Rainey Park,
okay.
of
So
things happening in Bill Rainey Park, and I do it in a way where people don't see it.
yes,
That they don't see that I'm taking pictures, and then, I forward it to the captain. That's
Mr. Chairman, the burden should not be on the board members. These people are a threat in our community. I just want you to understand that we do not want to lose life of any board member, committee member, or any member of the resident as a result of these people who are out to protect their business by all means. We have the evidence that they are doing things that are illegal. They are holding massive events in our community. We have the evidence. The flyers are there. People have seen them.
I only saw one flyer.
With or with.
Mr. Chairman.
I
Mr.
have
Chairman,
sent
I
many.
only saw one flyer.
All right, there's other flyers, Bobby.
I have
Okay,
sent several
all right.
flyers to the
Send
district
So
manager.
I've not time out.
Well, I'm going to make a suggestion though. If you are going to take pictures or of this, do not text it to me. You have to put it in an email. That way, it's more formal. So I'll forward the pictures that he sent me now. But going forward, what Bobby's saying, if you are going to take pictures and you're comfortable doing it, just put it in an email, please.
Yeah,
But
I'm just saying,
we are not asking anybody to expose themselves to any danger, because those people are vicious, Mr. Chairman. They are vicious. I'm not recommending any board member to go there and start taking pictures. We already have the evidence that shows that they are conducting illegal business in the community.
Reverend, I am not saying for anybody to jeopardize their life. I am just saying, okay, if this is happening to the numbers that you're saying, that means that they're loitering outside. You just said that there were people hanging out in the front across the street. So if we could see that, okay, because we can't send a letter saying there were people loitering across the street, and because other people have stated it, because somewhere along the way, somebody's going to have to write a statement of, yes, I saw these people loitering across the street, because they're going to challenge whatever letter we send. They will challenge it. We have proof of flyers. That is good. That is good. I'm not saying that that's not good. Okay? But when we put that together with the letters, if we can get one or two pictures of this happening, okay? I'm not telling anybody to sit out there. I'm not telling anybody to walk out there and make sure that they get seen. No, I'm just saying, if you happen to see something and you're walking by, driving by, whatever it is, you see it, you take a picture and keep going. That's it. One picture, you keep going, because that helps us with our cause. You know, it's very hard. People don't understand in fighting the state liquor authority, not the state liquor authority, but the owners of these establishments. You have to have a lot of evidence of them not complying. So one of the things we have to do is do what Ralph has stated, and I have stated, is that we have to meet with the owner. I'm extending the invitation to you, so like that we can then do what we have to do as a board on these individuals, and also have the police department there. After that, with the proof that we have, and then if they continue, then we will then go the next step. But there's a such thing in law as due process. And due process means that we have to sit down with them and explain to them what they're doing wrong. And then from there, once we give them that opportunity, because everybody has to make themselves available. Once we do that, then we can go forward. Then we can go forward if they continue with that practice.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think Barbara Lopez is with us now, so we would like to revisit item number 1. Yes, I can see Barbara. Okay. Yes. So, Barbara, just in your absence, we had discussed item number 1, which is a request for a letter of no objection for Mr. Jose Polanco for JK Redemption Center located at 329 Bryan Avenue, Bronx, New York, 10474. They want to set up a business for recycling bottles and plastics, and they need our letter of no objection.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask questions?
Yes, sir.
Is Mr. Polanco on?
Yes.
Yes. Well, Mr. Polanco, I wish to know, because we had a redemption center on Whitlock, and that was under the time when John Roberts was the district manager, and the redemption center went up, and they had bottles up on their roofs of approximately 4 to 5 feet, because when I was driving on the Sheridan Expressway, I
You
saw it,
see it.
brought it to Mr. Roberts' attention. So my concerns are, what kind of pickup are you having on this at this redemption center? How many times they're doing it at a week, and how are you storing the what you pick up?
Yes. It's nobody. It's gonna be no bags visible in the street, no bags visible on no roof and everything. We're gonna have daily pickups. We also gonna deliver our stuff ourselves, so that's not gonna be a problem.
Are you going to be having people bring recycling to your location?
Yes.
All right. And how are you controlling it on the streets where we don't have debris throughout the street?
But we're gonna have enough employees. It's gonna be from dusk till dawn. That place will be clean, like in our other location is clean. The exterminators. We also have security there. I send the paperwork of the security. I have the contract already, and I have the exterminator contract too. And it's notifying everything is for the security guards that they're gonna be working with us in the business.
You
Don't
said
that
your other location.
Yes,
Where's the other location?
the other location is 2364 Washington Avenue, 186 Washington Avenue.
2364.
Yes,
So that's by 170th Street,
by 186.
186. Okay.
doesn't that
Um,
pull in a lot of mouses and stuff?
what was that?
Doesn't all that bottle collecting and stuff out there like that pulls in a lot of rats and stuff in
Well,
the community?
not it. Not if we maintain it like we always do. The exterminators will be there twice a week.
Um,
We don't need too much of that in our areas. I mean, we got enough rats. I mean, we can't even walk the streets right now with the damn rats.
Yeah, but that won't be a problem. I send the contractors right there. I don't know if they can put it up of the of the um of the exterminator. They will be there every week,
have
once a
have
week.
you, Mr. Polanco, have you sent all those contracts to the board?
Yes, they yes. Rafael has them.
Ralph, you have them?
I'm sorry, what was that? The security is the
The
only thing we
security,
sent.
the exterminators contract, all of that stuff.
This is the only thing that I got. So
And
it's
I
a
send you
contract
the
for what else?
exterminator too. I send it to you. Let me see.
So,
Who's this company?
I'm sorry.
Who's this company? I never heard of this company before.
That's 24/7. The numbers right there. It's a small company of security guards that are gonna be there. Like,
Are they uniformed or non-uniformed?
yeah, they're uniform.
They are.
Yes.
Um,
They used to work for Floridita. I don't know if you know about Floridita until 7th Street. That's in
in the heights up there.
yes.
let me ask you a question. If there is a stipulation that there will be a daily pickup, there will be no piling, there will be no debris, there will be licensed security, extermination twice a week, no loitering. Will I get a motion to um, approve or a motion to grant them a no letter of objection? Barbara, can I get a motion? If all these stipulations are agreed to?
Well, I feel personally that we need to give this a time, like give them a period of 3 months, and we watch the conditions of how they carrying out what they say. They say a lot of stuff that they're gonna do. We have met up with so many people that come to us and say, "Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that," and then when you look, your community turns into a disaster. So I would say give it a period of 3 months and watch what they're doing. And if we don't like what they're doing, just reject it. That's all I feel.
Barbara.
I don't know who you are, but I'm listening.
Yeah, no. You're right with that. You could do that. We could do that. If that's fine, we could work with that. You could give us a period of 3 months and y'all see how we work. And if y'all don't like how we work after the 3 months, I'll break the lease and I just move and find, and see if I won't even be able to get another place, but I'm gonna keep things up to date, like I'm telling you guys.
Well, that's where you got to come in and show us that you mean business and that you're going to do what you have to do, because we are so used to people coming to our community trying to bring all kind of business, and they feed us all kind of garbage because they figure, oh, we're going to go for it. But this community board do not go for everything.
Very
Okay.
good, Bob.
So
Yeah, I know.
we'll
I know.
let you know. We let you know from scrap. You guys excuse my voice because I have a little sore throat. But we let you know what we see and what we don't like, and when we don't like it, we tell you gotta go.
Yeah, I know. But I'll keep everything up to date. I just want you guys to give me the opportunity to start this business and get this deal done with this landlord, if you guys can. Ralph and his assistant knows I've been calling since like January of different locations around your area, and I've been
We
trying
are
like.
here. We are here to help
Mr.
our
Polanco, is it
community.
possible for us to see your face?
Oh yes, sure.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I'm not sure if you're taking any questions, but Love has her hand raised, and then Maggie second. Maggie has her hand raised also, so I'm not sure if you want.
Yes. Love,
Yes, please.
what's your question,
I
please?
agree with Barbara, and that area, 186th Street and Washington Avenue. I work in that area, and that area is a mess with the rats. You were saying the right thing, Barbara, because my students' parents always complain about the rats when they were bringing the children to school, and that place is a complete disaster. Next time I'm around, because right now I'm doing remote, I will take a picture. I will.
Yes, but that's not at our location.
There's another location of metals next door to it.
So what is it?
That's why it looks
Right.
messy.
But you said 186th Street and Washington. That's where you're planning, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's where we see all the debris, the mess, and it's a disaster. I'll take a picture. I'll send it.
It's next door to me. There's like a metal thing. The guy buys metals and he like send it to another country. So he always
Yes.
has like mad. He always has like mad things outside.
Yeah, I
That's the
know the
problem.
area. I work there. I work at
Yeah, that's what that mess looks like that. But it's not us the mess because we never keep bags outside or nothing like that or cans.
So you're planning on keeping the area clean.
Yes, that's why we have security there, and everything's gonna be clean. Like I'm gonna do all like when I buy stuff from people, it's gonna be inside the yard. It's not gonna be outside. No, nothing on the sidewalk. I won't do no business on the sidewalk. They gotta go inside like the yard because it's a
Well,
huge yard.
believe me, what I work also with Captain Tompkins of the 48th Precinct, and if I see anything, he gets to know about it also. Okay.
That's
So
fine, and y'all could.
I'm hoping you improve the neighborhood with what you're
That's fine,
planning.
and y'all could what is it? Y'all could give me violations for the violations go for high price. If y'all see any mess in there, that I'm taking I'll take
You'll take the responsibility then.
Yes,
Is that
all the
right?
responsibility. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Love.
You're welcome.
Maggie?
I think Maggie's got a hand.
Can you see my face?
Yes. Keep your face on, please. We want to vote on someone that we see.
Maggie?
Yes, I have a question. This is the letter of the exterminator company that he uses?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, why does it have a P.O. box? A company usually is based out of somewhere, not a P.O. box.
No, because they told me for my company, I have a PO box for my JK's redemption. I had to put a PO box since I had it for 11.
So you're your own exterminator?
No, 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 no. I'm talking about for my company. For I open for
Okay, but
JK's.
I'm talking about you said you had an exterminator, right?
Yes, that, that's what they gave me. That's the
Who's
paper they
your
gave me.
exterminator? What paper? The P.O. box paper here?
That one. That's the address right there for the address they have.
Mr. Polanco, let me just say that even though PO boxes are uh, legal, it raises up flags when we see something like this, because I have to agree with Maggie on this, that it sort of brings suspicion. Usually exterminator companies, reputable exterminator companies, usually have a diagram of the company, their address. They're very professional. Here, I'm not seeing that. It's the same way with your security guard contract, that it has a shield that says 24/7, but it really doesn't have a real address. Um, you
Let me
know,
let me see
it,
if I could get the Instagram of the.
it says contract for 24/7 security service. I mean, that's two companies that you say you have that don't have any addresses. So if we wanted to check on them, how can we check on them?
You gotta go to the post
If,
office.
if it's a problem, we could get another security company.
Mm.
Security.
Okay,
I got it
so
right here.
we have issue with your security
Look at,
company,
can you
and then
see? Can
also
you
with
can
your
you see the
pest.
Instagram
Ex-
of the security company? I'm gonna show
okay,
you the. Look,
Mr.
see
Polanco,
it?
Mr.
I,
Polanco.
Mr.
Yes.
Chairman, I think that this is something that we have some issues with, and that I believe Mr. Polanco needs to have uh, has to address. I also would like to be driving by 184th Street and see that redemption center that he has there myself, um, because I just can't. Uh, uh, um, I'm listening to what Betancourt is saying, and if Love is saying I work there in that area, this is what I'm seeing. I need that raises up concerns.
So, Mr. Polanco, we would like to table this application for the next our next committee meeting. In the meantime, we would like to get the proper information from your security company and the pest control company. If you can send that to us before the next committee meeting, that would be helpful. In the meantime, we'll also do our homework. We would like to hear from um, your district board, community district board, and possibly others in the neighborhood about your business establishment. So we will be seeing you at the next committee meeting. We are not
What is the
rejecting
next
your,
meeting?
Reverend John, I'm
yes,
sorry, just a point of reference. The next meeting is in September. So I'm not
okay.
sure how you want to handle that.
Not the
Don't you have him
FLP.
come to the full board meeting? Have him come to the full board meeting, hand in all the stuff before, and if he hands in everything, we address it at the full board meeting.
Thank you,
But
Barbara.
but let me just clear one thing. The FLP is a ongoing committee meeting, even in the summertime, because you address licenses that come in during the summertime. So, though we are in recess, the community board, FLP, works during this month of July and August.
Right.
And and this has always been since the day that we started the committee, because I was the chair of this committee, and in July and August I was there with Barbara, and working on these issues during the
Yeah.
month of July and August. So you're correct, Ralph, that we don't meet till September. The board doesn't meet, but does not stop us from meeting in July and August, and then getting the executive board to sit with the chairman of the FLP to discuss the license, together with Mr. Polanco, and if they have everything corrected, then we can go ahead and do what we got to do. I would not like to rush into something because, we gave that guy La Finca a hard time, and with all that hard time, look what he's doing now. I don't want to be rushing into something, and then we still have some problems.
Robert, but there's no way like I could just go to the full community. I would like, because for me to wait till September, like no landlord's gonna wait for me till September, so I'm gonna have to just start all over again, and it's like,
We're not saying to start to wait till September. I just finished explaining that in July and August, this committee meets in July and August. Am I correct, Reverend?
Yes, we'll meet again in July. So what we want from you is get us the proper information from your security company, this control company, and then we will do our little homework. We will hear from your community district board, and then we'll also take some, possibly we'll visit your business and see how you're running. And then at the next meeting, we will deliberate again and vote on your application.
With stipulation.
With stipulation. But if I were you, I would be so happy that even at this point, the committee is willing to work with you. So just keep that in mind that we're willing to work with you, and what we are asking of you, it's not anything impossible. So there's a sign of hope there. We just want to make sure that we have the proper information to make the right decision. Thank you.
thank you.
Yes. We will move to item number 2, which is review of new application, Patrona Mexican Cantina Corporation, which is located at 558 Southern Boulevard, 10455. They are applying for a full license. They will have recorded music. The establishment will have a full food menu. There is no outdoor permit for this location. They're also transferring application La Espiga Estrella number so.
That's the one in front of next to Elvira restaurant, right?
No,
No?
that's further down. But she's on, and I spoke to her earlier. She actually wanted to get on and show face because she's actually going to be pulling this application and bringing the correct one because she's switching corporation. But she's on now, so we can ask her.
So
Cynthia,
what
is it the right corporation or not?
She just want to pull this application and wait till she has everything in order to put the correct application in. She just doesn't. She didn't want to seem like she wasn't paying attention to the board. But she's on. You guys can ask her.
So what's her name, please?
Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Amilza Orellana.
La reunión es en inglés, madre.
My name is Amilza Orellana. Now from Patrona Mexican Cantina. Yes, I want to tell if you give me like time, like 2 more weeks I waiting for my papers because I changed the corporation. That's my problem in the place.
Mr. Chairman, I think you should table this just like you did with, and put both of them on for July.
Okay. So we're going to reconsider your application in the month of July. That will give you enough time to get all the documentations that you require.
Yes.
And also, Cynthia, did we send them the new application form? Mr. Ralph?
Ralph,
I'm aware of it, but we'll make sure we send it to her. And we'll send her what we have, like the checklist, so they can have it completed. Sure.
Okay. Was that required also? Okay, it wasn't required for Mr. Jose Palonco. Okay. Item number 3. Please, can somebody help me to explain to the lady that we are going to reconsider our application in July?
She understand what you said. I mean, she spoke when I told her this meeting was in English.
Okay.
She started speaking English. I'm sure she
I'll
understands.
do it.
I'll do it if you want.
Yes, please.
Señora Orielana.
Oriana.
Sí, estoy
Oriana.
acá.
Lo que vamos a hacer es que le vamos a aguantar la aplicación hasta el mes que viene de julio.
Sí.
Para que entonces usted tenga suficiente tiempo.
Perfecto, muchas gracias.
Okay?
Sí.
Okay, she said thank you.
Me parece excelente, gracias.
De nada.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So we'll move to item number 3, review of new application. Belarus Restaurant, located at 1390 Randall Avenue, Bronx, 10474. They're applying for wine, beer, and cider. The establishment will have a full food menu. There is no outdoor permit for this location. Do we have the owner of the business with us tonight? Mr. Rab, do we have the owner of the business with us tonight?
I'm not aware. I don't think so.
Okay. So we cannot discuss this application without the owner being here with us. So we're going to table this application for our next committee meeting. Number 4, follow up with Pedro Ruiz regarding 788 Southern Boulevard and future of this address.
I don't, Ralph, what I don't understand that what he's trying to say here. Follow up with Pedro Ruiz regarding 788 and the future of this address.
That's correct, because he came last month,
right?
Exploring opening a restaurant here. He said he'll come back this month if he was going to look into it. Last month, Sergeant Guglielmo, spoke about his current location, which is not too far from this 5587 Boulevard.
Right.
Sergeant Guglielmo had issues there with unlicensed security and them open after hours. So Pedro Ruiz, I guess, was caught off guard with that, and he said he'll come back this month. We invited him, but he's not here now.
And Captain, are we still having the same problem that Sergeant Cook had stated?
So I have Sergeant Guillermo on the line. I'm going to let him jump on and elaborate a little bit.
Thank you.
Hey, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Sergeant.
Good evening, Sergeant.
How you doing, everybody? Yeah, so Pedro Ruiz, I went by there and visited again. I mean, it's basically, this place used to be a bakery, and now he's trying to turn it into a club of some sorts. They have like a back room over there. I went there again, and the place wasn't really functioning that night, but they didn't have anybody at the door again, which was a huge issue. Last time there was an unlicensed security guard at the door. This time they didn't have anybody at the door. I mean, there was no people in the place because it was early on in the night. And then I went by there later on in the night. They must have closed up early that night. There weren't just a lot of people out that night. But yeah, I haven't been contacted by anybody. I was waiting for Mr. Ruiz to contact me and do a walkthrough with his new location, but I still haven't heard anything.
Sarge, have you checked on the architectural drawings to see if that back room is legal?
No, I have not. What I can do is we can always reach out to the Department of Buildings, but the room itself is legal. I know that the building is legal, and they do have a liquor license, but I don't know how it's a strange thing. If you walk in there, there's like a bakery. I mean, it looks like a legit bakery. And then you walk to the back and there's almost like a hall area. So I don't know when they did the renovations. I don't know if this was pre-COVID. I had never been in there prior to this. So I don't know. To be honest with you, Bobby, I can look into it.
Hey, Louis, I think, the chairman makes a great point. You know what? Let's take a peek. I mean, we've seen this in more than one of these places where they do these kind of sneak additions or renovations. If we can, let's get a look at the plans and see if that back room you're seeing is legit.
Absolutely, Captain.
A lot of things could be happening back there that we don't see it out in the front.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, that's the only thing that I have an issue with. So, like I said, it's a very odd place because you're almost like in a bakery for the first half of the place. So if anything does happen in there, it's a very suspect. I mean, it's almost like you got to walk through the bakery, past the counter, and then all the way into the back just to get to the actual area where they have a bar. So it's just a very bad setup. I don't know. We could definitely, like the captain said, we could definitely go over there and check it out.
Cynthia, question. And I'm sorry, Larry, I know you want to say something, but Cynthia, question. The 788, I never heard of a liquor license being established at that location.
Probably he was going to rent the place out. He has not applied officially at.
No, but the Sarge just said that it appears that they have
That's
alcohol.
his other location. That's his other business on Southern Boulevard.
All right.
This is down by between 149 and Avenue St. John.
No, I know that.
788 is right next to El Valle.
Right. Oh, that's the place next door. Right.
Okay.
Now I know.
Mr. Chairman, that's the new spot that he wants to open up. It used to be some type of I want to say it was a church or something, or some kind of like
it was a,
and then next door
Pentecostal church.
Right. And then next door, Bobby, was that dental office or the medical office. He has rented out the entire building now. So that's a huge venue.
And before that, it was the congressman's office.
Okay. Yeah.
Congressman Serrano.
Okay. So we haven't heard
Bobby,
from.
you're right.
We haven't heard from Mr. Pedro, and the captain said they will take a look at this former current location. I think he already has some violations there, and if the sergeant had visited the place again and there was no security, that is equally going to raise some concern. So I think since he has not come back to us for the current location, we will just take that off our calendar, but we will ask the captain to help us take a look at his current location because of the issues that we've been having at that particular business. So we'll move to the next item, which is Sorry, before we move to
Larry has his hand raised.
Yeah.
I don't know if Larry has his hand raised.
Yes, before we move to item number
They
5,
covered it. It's okay.
I think do we need to be proactive because we do not want him to go behind us and apply to the liquor authority and obtain maybe a temporary license? Do we need to send a letter of objection?
On which location?
788 Southern Boulevard.
I think that what we should do is send a letter to the State Liquor Authority stating that they did not make themselves available for this meeting and that that it's still under investigation. And
I don't think he signed the lease or anything yet. He just came to us last month to see if it's a viable option for him to purchase.
Correct.
Yeah, but Ralph, I also had asked to check with State Liquor Authority because I believe that the State Liquor Authority does not allow another liquor establishment within 500 feet from a present one. And
it's literally next door.
And has not applied. I don't even think he has a lease for this location yet. He was just coming to explore, and we brought all of this to his attention about a Via being next door, a liquor store being across the street, and issues that we have at his current location.
And the parking
scared him off. I honestly think we scared him off, but that's where we at now.
All right. So, but anyway, I think we should still at least send a letter to the State Liquor Authority and at least let them know that he wasn't made available because I don't want him to go behind our backs and we don't know anything about it.
So let's make a decision. Do we send a letter or not?
That's between you and Barbara.
Barbara?
I agree. I think we
I
should.
could send an email to the State Liquor Authority just saying keep this on their radar and to notify us if any application does come in for it. We can do
Yes.
that easily. That's 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's,
All right.
yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr.
I
Rad.
think Larry had his hands up.
No, you guys covered it. Never mind. It's good. Thank you.
Monique is here. Monique has her hand up.
Monique.
Yes,
Hi,
Monique.
Monique.
Monique, are you still with us?
Monique.
Okay.
I don't see
Let's
her hand.
let's move to item number 5, all business.
I think you handled your old business with the thing, what you call it?
Exito.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other old business?
The only thing I want to mention is that Sergeant Guglielmo brought to my attention that Club W, the Wedge, appears that they're doing some renovations there. They do have a current license to October, and it's not going to be renewed according to the State Liquor Authority. So it's already on NYPD's radar, and we'll certainly follow up with them regarding that.
Thank you.
Ralph, Senator Biaggi had stated that she was going to keep an eye on that location and send a letter to the State Liquor Authority. Is there any way we could reach out to her and make sure that it gets done, and they can CC us in the letter, so like that we can at least have it on our records, and they can see. I believe they should CC the councilman also, because the kids from the schools that go to the schools in that area really don't feel comfortable walking around there because of what was going on there before.
I'll follow up with Emily Vasquez, her staff member. And Larry has his hand raised.
Nothing to say. Sorry.
Okay. So
I got something to say.
okay. Barbara, before you come on, I want to find out. I know that at the last executive council meeting, we sent back the request for letter of or memorandum of understanding back to Forward South Bronx. So I wanted to find out if we had heard anything from them.
I actually haven't heard anything from any of them.
I have not heard back.
Did you? Yeah, no, neither have I.
So are they still providing the training for the businesses that obtain licenses in the for wine liquor in the district?
It's a good question.
I'm not aware of that. I'm not aware. I guess we can try to follow back up with them, but we did not give them the letter of support. So, I mean, I don't know if they still want to, I don't know if they need it. I don't know what their intentions are going forward with the board. So, I don't know what to do there. You got to tell me what to do.
And Cedric has not reached out to anybody. He hasn't reached out to Cynthia, to Ralph, myself, or you, or anybody else. So I don't know what's the story. Nobody knows what the story is.
Okay. I wasn't privileged to opportune to attend any of the trainings that they were offering. But does anybody have any? Is there anyone that was able to attend the training? And what do you think about the training? Was it something that was very useful to us and to our businesses in the community? Because if it was an essential program, then we have to reach back to them and see if they're going to continue with the program. If not, we have to look into, is there any other organization that can
Yes.
provide something
Yes,
similar?
there is one, Reverend John. The 41st, the NYPD offers their nightlife training, which is very similar to the ATAC training.
Okay.
So we
So
can always ask people to attend those. We just need the schedule from the center.
beautiful. So can we now, going forward, now direct all the current and incoming license seekers to attend that training with the NYPD at the precinct?
We always do, Reverend. Even though we asked them to go to South Bronx Forward, but we also tell them that we would like to see them attending the nightlife program from the police department.
Okay, but this one we are not going to. We will not say we like them to. It's going to be one of the stipulations that they have to
Right.
attend the
Yes.
training.
Yeah, it's as a stipulation.
And is there any way that we can have something on record from the precinct, like something to certify that they completed the training or participated in the training for our records?
We can always ask. I think we can always ask them for it when the
Hi everyone.
Hi,
Hi.
Claudia.
Hola. Hi Bobby. Hi everyone. So the nightlife meeting is usually the borough that does the nightlife meeting quarterly, and it hasn't happened since COVID. I'm not sure when it's going to start, but as soon as I get the information, I'll make sure to reach out to the business and get a list from Cynthia as well. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So is it possible for us to mandate that all these businesses in our district, they should attend a yearly training, the nightlife training?
If I'm not mistaken, and Ralph, you can correct me, I think that we had already done that as a yearly training for the NYPD one.
Not yearly, but every 2 years. Whenever it had to be renewed, they had to do it at least once.
Right.
So do we want to maintain it for every 2 years, or do we want it to be yearly?
You're the boss of the committee.
You know, there has been an increase in the rate of alcohol and substance abuse in the district, possibly as a result of COVID-19, but there's an uptick. And I'm not saying that, these businesses are responsible for that, but it will help them, for best practices, for them to go through that training. And I would recommend that we should ask them to go for that training, not just because they want to come and renew their license or because they want to come and obtain a license. It should be something that they do so that they can help us to improve the quality of life in the community. If that is something that sounds good, Barbara, please, will you help by...
Pastor John, we did that in the past, and I think it was very good. And I do agree that we should continue stuff like that.
Thank you. So do I take that as a motion to require that all the businesses partake in the nightlife training by NYPD, every yearly training?
I motion that, Pastor John.
I second it. Thank you very much. Any new business?
Larry has his hand raised.
No, I removed my hand. It's not raised. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Larry. So any new business?
Pastor John, before Larry was up, I had asked, I wanted to tell y'all something.
Oh, yes, I apologize.
It's okay. Captain, right?
Yeah, he's on.
Okay. Captain, I noticed we've been having a lot of incidents up Prospect Avenue, right? And I wanted to ask you if it's possible to put the camera up on Prospect Avenue. That police camera that kind of make people be a little bit scary,
What kind of camera?
I'm sorry.
Sort of by the subway station area. I mean, it'll make the people feel more protected to go up to the subway and stuff, because there's a lot of incidents. I mean, I have how you call that, where you get all the incidents that comes in. I see all the accidents and stuff that comes in on my phone.
Yeah, so you're referring to Prospect right by 160 and 161, where it
Yes, sir.
kind of
Yes,
borders the 40 and the 42 also. Yes,
yes.
I know exactly. I think that's a great place for a camera. I will share with you that we just pretty much lined Kelly Street with NYPD video. Those are somewhat temporary videos, but it is great. It does serve as a great deterrent, and it's definitely a good location for us to be able to monitor. So we will put in that request to see if we can get one of our temporary cameras, and then we'll have a further conversation about maybe an Argus camera location.
And also too, Captain, you know, the summer is kicking in, and I mean, Mr. Crespo knows we have a lot of incidents at Dawson Park too. So we need to keep an eye on Dawson Park more often, you know, because once it's the summer kicks in, like the heat and stuff, it gets crowded.
Without a doubt, we put somewhat of a deployment over there already, and we're going to be following up and even adding to that more. Some of the feedback we have gotten, I will say, and you tell me what you see, but some of the feedback we have gotten is that they've seen somewhat of an immediate improvement there. So we're definitely going to continue
I have.
to address it. I'm sorry?
I have seen a big improvement.
Thank you.
You see like the older residents now sitting in the park, actually enjoying the park. You don't see too many, like you don't see double parking at all now. You don't see the hookahs out on the sidewalk. So it's really nice to be able to walk there or even drive to there and see the seniors going back to the park.
Okay.
Thank
Is
you.
that something about Kelly Park?
Yeah. Yeah, that's Kelly Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as I said, I was driving around on Sunday. I was shocked. It was 3:30 now at this time when I drove by Kelly Park or Bill Rainey Park, and I didn't see anybody around. I was like,
Know why? Do you know why?
why?
Because everything is in Katona Park now.
Yeah, I
It's
saw
okay.
that too.
That's in the 4A. Let them deal with it
Yeah,
now.
no, I'm just telling you.
I will.
I'm just telling you why.
Listen, we're not, recommending they go to Crotona Park. We just stepped up our enforcement a little bit and with a
Yeah.
community affairs component to have a conversation with them about what we would like them not to do for the, to increase the quality of life of everybody that lives in that neighborhood. They're in Crotona Park. Well, that's their decision.
That's good. I mean, what we want is to keep our area good. I'm not saying, complain the fact that they're there. I'm worrying about the fact that we could keep what we have under control.
No, you're right. You're right, Barbara. You're totally right. And I can say that I know that I've seen the offices in Bill Rainey Park. I've I called the captain. I told him, listen, I see it. And like I said, I didn't see anybody there on Sunday, and it was like, I was shocked. I was really shocked. I thought I went through a time tunnel, because it looked like the old times when we used to have Bill Rainey Park and we had people just enjoying the park, like Cynthia said. People sitting out there just enjoying the park. Nobody going crazy on Intervale. Nobody going crazy on Longwood. Nobody going crazy on Dawson. No people walking around, walking back and forth all over the place. No drinking. I was really sort of shocked. So so and I don't wish ill of anybody, but if Katona Park is uh, they received it, so at least we did our thing,
That's right.
to move it along and keep our community safe.
Exactly.
So we want to thank the captain and the precinct for the great job that they are doing.
Thank you.
Captain, we want to thank you
Thank
for the
you.
great job, you guys. Mr. Cola, we want to thank you for all you're doing. We just want to continue to keep it this way.
Don't thank Sokola too much. He's gonna want to raise.
Nah, no.
I think I deserve
She
one.
gets out there. She goes out there.
I don't want to take credit, but I went out there and I spoke with the people and I gave them location where they could barbecue and grill, which wasn't Bill Rainey Park.
It may have
Right.
rhymed with Crotona Park. But
Yes.
we're not. No.
Yeah.
One of the
Thank you. Thank you.
And I thank you all for your partnership and support.
Thank you. So, in the absence of any other new business, can we have a motion to adjourn?
Larry, you got anything to say?
I'd like to ask one question, Pastor John, and it's directed to Officer Sokola and the captain. I noticed a large tick in people bringing their grills out right on the block, and they're grilling right outside of a regular building, a building complex. Is that allowed?
It is not, and that's a big part of what we've been doing in the vicinity of Bill Rainey Park. So if you see that and you want to reach out, you can reach out to us direct, and we'll send somebody over to address it.
Well, I know a few people that actually did that, and I told them, I said, you can't do that. They said, well, we see everybody else doing. Just because everybody else is doing don't mean it's right.
What if it's not a charcoal grill?
No, you can't use propane. Propane, you need a permit for anything that
It doesn't even, so grills nowadays don't even have to be propane. It could be plugged up. So this is what I'm asking you, because it's like a hot plate.
My cousin's house just blew up in Connecticut because the people.
you know what? That's something that we would have to ask the fire department because
But that's something different. There is no fire.
Yeah.
It's like plugging up your boom box outside or something like that. The electricity comes from your place. So I just want to be specific because again, there's
you know what? That's something that we can ask the fire department because that's a good question.
There's no grilling whatsoever in Bill Rainey Park.
No, but Larry's talking about in front of the building. So like say I live on the first floor and
So
I
that's
take that extension cord and
that's something NYPD will know if that's allowed.
okay.
But don't you think we should fight for something like that, Ralph, to have like a little barbecue area in Bill Rainey Park? I mean,
No, there's no barbecuing allowed in Bill Rainey Park because they feel that it's too close to tenement buildings. So we fought for this, and we happened to get Barretto Point Park as a park now that you can grill in, because we only had Hunts Point Riverside as the only part of the district that you could grill. And
we gotta get ready for the 4th of July coming up.
Ralph, can I jump in here really fast? Being someone in the community who has a nonprofit organization that houses teens and boys who play football games, I have a permit for Bill Rainey Field. You understand? We host football games.
You have a permit for what? You have a permit for what?
To play games on Saturday and Sunday at Bill Rainey. From the Parks Department, from Michelle Young.
Okay.
We've had that permit for years.
Okay.
I've had, and this is to the officers, I've had officers come to me in the park while we were having fundraisers, making hot dogs. And they came to me, I believe, with the Department of Health. And I had to make a phone call because at the time, one of my players, his dad was an officer at the precinct. And he spoke to them and we had to show them my permit and my food handler's license. And then they let me, they was like, okay, this is okay. So
I'm gonna be honest with you, that was a courtesy, and I'm not gonna get into it. But I'm telling you now that
too many people are talking.
Okay, hold on. I just want to finish my point. I heard the point that you guys fought for that, and as someone who utilizes that space for kids, I am going to look into fighting for the other side because I've been there and have done it for years, and we have never, under a controlled space, have never posed a threat to the park or to the buildings nearby. With having barbecue there. Now, I'm not going to say that people have not been reckless in discarding and things like that because I've seen it, but to X that out of that space is doing the community in some ways a disservice because of the type of programming that we do and the type of fundraising that we do. It puts limits on us, and that's not fair.
Well, I would agree with
I don't
her.
make the rules and I
And
don't
we gotta
enforce them.
open it up
I'm
for the
just letting you know
community.
what the rules are. And we only
I
have
understand.
2 parks in our district that you can barbecue at. So they're Hunts Point
And
Riverside and Barretto Point Park. No
and,
other
and
park in our district can you barbecue.
Oh,
Monique,
Ralph,
So you
Ralph.
do it,
Monique,
that's on you.
wait a second. Monique, understand, Ralph and I have gone to the borough commissioner several times and asked about this for Bill Rainey Park. And she has said adamantly that there is not sufficient space to do this, to be grilling or doing barbecues or anything on there. That's why first it used to be uh, it used to be Riverside Park only, and then she extended it out to Barretto Point Park. You know, so we at least got that from what we've asked, but unfortunately we just couldn't. We just can't get it from the commissioner. The commissioner is saying it's not adequate enough for the kind of service. Then here's the next problem: who's gonna, you get there first or somebody else gets there first, and then somebody's going to put a grill right next to it and they're going to say, well, grilling is going to be, and that's why she said there's not adequate space, because that's what's happening in Pelham Bay Park. People take the grills that are there, they're grilling, and then somebody comes and they put another grill on the side or down a few feet away, and they don't say nothing because there's sufficient space to do this.
I think y'all got too much limitations on Dawson Park. Dawson Park is a family park, and you need to open it up to the community because the community is around here, and we do not have enough space to do things. That is so unfair.
And it's
Barbara,
unfair
I
for
think
you, and
talking
it's
to them,
unfair,
it's not
Barbara.
the people we need to talk to. We need to get with the borough president and friends of the park because it is really doing a disservice. But I
And,
understand that Crespo and Ralph are not the people that we need to really address about that. You know, maybe we found out what's up with friends of the park. We put up a petition. You
I
know,
don't know if there's a friends to that park, but that's a good question. But like Bobby mentioned, we fought with Iris for maybe 2 or 3 years, to
and
get another park with a grill for this reason, because Hunts Point Riverside, the
it's
grills
too
were
far.
just too
Yes.
crazy. So that's
And
why we
it's
got
not
Barretto Point
intermediate.
Park. But
Yeah,
they were
but that's
Barretto
not
adamant.
Park
intermediate
is
to
for
the people
Barretto
around
Point,
here either.
for Hunts Point area, Ralph. Do you
I,
know how many people in the Hunts Point area needs that park? And then the people are all the way over here.
Barbara,
We don't
I'm not
have anything.
disagreeing with any of you here. I'm just stating that we fought and fought and fought. They only gave us Barretto Point Park. If you want to revisit it, this is not the committee for it. That is on the municipality committee. We'll have to ask
Absolutely
Parks to
right.
come, and that's where that's at. But that's what's been going on. So as of right now, even with Pep there, you're not allowed to grill in Bill Rainey Park, Kelly
Well,
Park.
I
You're not
sure
allowed to.
hope the captain better be out there the 4th of July because every year that whole
Yeah, they
park
setting up a
gets
trap for
barbecued.
these people, man, and that's sad.
Okay. So
Very sad.
like the district manager have said, this particular matter does not belong to this committee. So we will ask if you have any concern about the parks, please visit the economic committee and
It's
AUR.
actually tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow. Okay, so
Yeah,
please.
you can bring it up. I'm sorry, Reverend Pastor John. You can if somebody would like to. Parks would not be present, but at like a new business section of the agenda, someone can mention about exploring or revisiting parks and grilling at certain parks in the district. Then we can bring that back to parks, and then we can set up the meeting.
Thank you very much. So, if there is no other
Please
new
invite me.
business, please, if there's no other new business, can somebody move a motion for adjournment, please? Barbara?
A motion to join this meeting, guys. Very
Seconded.
upset.
Thank you
Wow.
very much. Good night, everyone. Thanks for being
Good
with
night,
us today.
everybody. Be
God bless.
blessed.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Barbara, you still there? I want to give you my number so you can call me.
I'll send it to her, Monique, and I'll send you the link.
Thank you, baby. Give it to her for me, please. I want to talk to her.
Bye.
Bye.